Good morning, all. I'm still trying to wake up. Oh, some good stretching. We'll see how far we get in Gnadenthal today. Forecast says snow in the forecast. Turned on the back mowers. Oh, now I lifted the front mower for some reason. Yeah, on Gnadenthal map, everything takes so much longer to do because the fields are so massive. I know what I forgot to do. The ditch there, let's make a bigger turnaround area here on the end. This section here, we started mowing with a different mower, so it can be a little tricky. Are we debt free on this? No, we do have a big loan. Okay. Repay some of that. Yeah, we got $250,000 loan, so. Seems like it'll be a slow Saturday morning. I really have nothing to talk about. Nothing going on at all. Cloudy, stormy looking like outside. Minus 4.2 degrees Celsius. couple more passes on this field. Whew. Quite the sneeze. Hopefully I muted that in time. That is the wrong button. Was I muted for that? Hi, James. Again, if I was muted for that. Yeah, my power supply fan is just making this little grinding noise, like you know, like a bad bearing sounds like. Yeah, it's doing that. We do have a backup power supply system in the house. Of course, all the cables are different, so they're both modular, but they changed the style of modular, so I'd have to change all the cables. Hey, Mac. Yeah, that fan is not easy to swap out. I think I'm just going to keep using it until it blows on me. And then buy a new power supply. Hey, Mike. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. I am worn out and tired and sore. When you drive in snow all week, it makes for a rough week. We only went vacation 2 weeks. 1 week in Texas. That was what, 2 weeks ago already? Like, even the heel of my right foot hurts. Because no cruise control, no engine brakes. Because both of those will put you in the ditch so fast. What is 51 Fahrenheit? It is minus 4.2 according to my thermometer here. Which would be what? I'm guessing 28 Fahrenheit, rough guess. Someone do the math, see if I'm good or not. Yeah, it's just driving on compact snow all day. Compact snow, black ice, all day long on that stuff. You're constantly, the whole day long, fighting that truck to keep it straight on the road facing the right way. And the roads aren't even the biggest problem, it's the other cars. A car hit the ditch behind me because they were too dumb to realize I was slowing down and stopping. I put my signal light on and started hitting the brakes 800 meters before the corner. I know because I looked at the GPS. 800 meters is an insane amount of time to slow down. 300 meters is too much time to put your signal lights on and brake. But I'm like, there's cars behind me. This is solid black ice. Let's put our signal lights on. Let's start slowing down. Let's make sure we don't lose control coming around this sharp corner I have to make to get off this road. No, the cars behind me did not take the hint. All of a sudden, there's two cars behind me, while a car and a pickup completely out of control. 800 meters is half a mile, yes. Like, I gave them so much warning, and that car was losing control. I thought I was actually like hunched down waiting for the impact for that car to hit me in the back, because it was coming at me fast and sideways. I'm like, oh no! And then it backed into the ditch right behind me, right beside me. It kind of just backed itself into the ditch right beside a cliff, but luckily it did no damage to it themselves. And then, of course, I'm making the turn. It's a left-hand turn across the other lane. And here comes the second pickup vehicle behind me, which is a pickup. They can't stop either. They're losing control, and they decide, instead of aiming for the ditch where the car is gone, that they're going to aim left to where the road is. It's a bit of a pullout on that side. And I'm already making the turn, and they're aiming to T-bone me. And it got close. It got close. They were pretty close to hitting me. But everybody escaped without damage. The car was in the ditch. They needed to call a tow truck to get themselves out of the ditch. Somebody in that group reported me because my boss called and asked what happened there. So I had to tell the story. What happened? Somebody on the safe, I guess it's external, whoever is in charge of the cam, somebody on the external team got a complaint, and they looked at the cameras, and apparently I was in trouble. It's like, no, don't just look what the camera did, ask me what happened. I'll tell you the story. And then like, oh, okay, yep, no problem, you did nothing wrong. If somebody behind you hit the ditch, that's not a you problem, that's a them problem. Do I get paid extra for harsh weather? No. No extra pay. Actually, I get paid less because we're driving slower. But that's okay. I make plenty enough money for myself. I would say we are lower end of middle class. Low middle class, so I can't complain about money. I have enough money for food and shelter. Anyone that has enough money for food and shelter, shut up and stop complaining about money. So, I don't mind having a smaller payday. That's okay. In fact, if it was up to me, I would only work 4 days a week. That's enough money for me. 3-day weekends every weekend. I have enough money that I'd be fine doing that. But, you know, companies don't like that. Although our company does, we have one driver that does that, so they do make room for drivers that want to do that. My routes would change significantly if I did that, but you would think 2,780 feet would be plenty of room to stop, huh? And everything's solid black ice, right? So, what are you going to do? People just don't pay attention. Now, having said that, she just got off of her work. She worked a whole night on graveyard shift. So, she was tired. Tired driver on black ice. Probably contributed to that. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't. It was the fact that she wasn't alert enough to realize that she needed to stop. American scale looks funny because the scale numbers are smaller. So yeah, 15,000 kilogram would be a smaller number in pounds, obviously, yeah. I don't see why the numbers look funny, it's just a different... Why can I not drive this tractor in a straight line? Oh, car. Come on. So when should we start Valheim tonight? Oh, that's tonight, isn't it? Oh man, today's going to be a busy day. I don't know. 2,780 meters. Do you know that is 27,800 centimeters? Did you know that is 278,000 millimeters? Did you know that is in meters, 800 meters. See, I'm converting your feet. Never mind. Shut up. Everything I just said didn't make. No, centimeter and millimeter are two different things, dude. Two different things. We say both. I'm wrong. Okay. Let's go back to the 800 meters. 800 meters equals 8,000 centimeters, or 80,000 millimeters, or 0.8 of a kilometer. All just about moving the decimal point. For some reason I was looking at your feet measurement. Now, centimeter and millimeter are two different things. There are 10 millimeters in 1 centimeter. What's that? It fell out. The adapter fell out. Yeah, so 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1,000 meters I'm wrong on my numbers. 1,000 meters would have how many centimeters in it? Oh, there we go. James did it for me. Okay, 100,000 centimeters. And then 1 million millimeters. There we go. I wasn't moving the decimal point far enough. The math is easy. Add 3 zeros. Wait, is your millimeter not? Your millimeter's wrong, right? No, millimeter's right. You only move 1 decimal. No, you're right. You're right. Because it's times 10. It's funny. Canada does a lot of centimeters, and the rest of the world does a lot in millimeters. Like, I know, I saw a show in Australia, and in Canada the bridge clearance height would say 3.7 meters, and in Australia it was just all in millimeters. I'm like, no confusion, no worrying about moving the decimal point. Everything is just in millimeters. And simple enough, just add the zeros instead of a comma. And But yeah, Canadians use centimeter a lot more than other countries. Not decimeters? Is that decimeters? Decimeters, decameters, or hectometers. Yeah, it's... And a lot of countries don't use centimeters. But in Canada, centimeters is a big thing. Okay, what's a capital M meter? What do you call that? It's not a millimeter. No, megameter. There we go. Because capital M would mean something different than lowercase m. Oh, terabytes? Megabytes? Yeah, that's true. Ha! Michael, you use metric hard drives. See how much easier metric is, Michael? No funny numbers. It's all the same number with different amounts of zeros. Once you understand metric, it's so much easier. There's so much less math errors. That's why even in the US, all space programs, all scientists, everybody uses metric because of math errors. Flight industry, rocketry, everybody uses metric. Math. It is math, not math. Canadians say math. British say maths. I don't know what other countries do, but Canadians, math. I think Americans math as well. Yeah, I think math is a very European thing. get the rest of this little bit in here? I think so. I'm just gonna have to come back here again. Yes, exactly. Metric makes that super easy. There's no math involved. I guess technically it's math, but all you're doing is moving a decimal point. And the funny thing is, your numbers there, we don't know what measurement you're using, even with those numbers written down, because it could be a multiple. There's options. There is, Michael. In the British world, there is an S, and so they technically have a point that it is correct. Thanks, Jess. So, what does math stand for? Mathematics. So if you're going to shorten mathematics, which ends with an S, to something short, it should still end with an S. So that's why maths is said in, exactly, mathematics is plural, so if you're going to shorten it, it should still be plural. So because you're shortening it, you should still say it in a plural way, right? So technically the British are doing it the right way. North America, Canada, US go from mathematics, a plural, and we shorten it to math, which is now a singular. So as far as the English language goes, maths is more correct. It sounds dumb to us as Americans because we're not used to it, but because we're Americans, we're dumb, but in Europe they actually go to school. So, technically, yes, maths is correct, although we will always say math in Canada and the US. We will embrace our wrongness. Yes, and that's where calculation mistakes, that's what crashes airplanes. When people convert and you have to make multiple conversions to make it get to the right answer. You better get every single decimal right. Well, yeah, exactly. 4.78 millimeter. You move the decimal to 0.000 something 478, right? So metric is much easier on math. Not making math errors, because there have been airplanes that have crashed going from the US to other countries because a pilot has requested a certain amount of fuel and gotten a different amount of fuel because someone did the conversion wrong. And that's when they passed a law, and not really a law, but standards that everybody just uses metric in the aircraft industry. So that airplanes stop falling out of the sky. And I'm a fan of not having airplanes fall out of the sky. Ah, someone's learning how to snowboard on Apex. That's the bunny hill or whatever they call it. The Easy Rider. The Easy Rider is the bunny hill. Oh yeah, how'd you like your skiing yesterday, James? Looked like it was a little cold. As far as Fahrenheit and Celsius, I really couldn't make an argument for metric or standard being better than the other. But when it comes to measuring, I will defend metric like crazy. Fahrenheit, Celsius, they're actually both kind of wonky and funny. Celsius is, I think, a bit better, but not enough to warrant me saying it's better than Fahrenheit, or maybe that I would say one is better than or much better than the other. Kelvin is the best measurement. Yeah, scientists all use Kelvin, so it makes sense that scientists would use the best measurements, right? Yeah, if you want to know what the best measurement is, just go talk to scientists. Their stuff is very important to get it right, so they will use the best measurement system with the least room for error. When it comes to stuff that's not as precise, standard is fine. Imperial standard, that's fine. Like building houses, who cares if that stud is half an inch out? Nobody cares. On an airplane, you want it to be to micromillimeters accuracy. Yeah, but freezing temperature is still 0. Air is filled with water. Air has a lot of H2O in it. So if you're measuring air, you're measuring a lot of things, including H2O. Yeah, and Kelvin, what is 0? And why is Kelvin 0 where it is? So 459.9 Fahrenheit is 0 Kelvin. Minus. So 0 Kelvin is absolute freezing, like sub-zero. Yeah, so 0 Kelvin is absolute 0. Basically, in the known universe, it can't get colder than that. I do like science. Science changes their mind so often, and that's what I like about science. When science proves that they are wrong, they just change their mind and go, oh, we were wrong, let's go this way. I love science. Willingness to go, hey, we're wrong, let's change it to what we think is right. Nothing in science goes, hey, we know 100% this is right. This is our theory, and until proven otherwise, we're going to assume this is right. Almost done collecting all the grass. I figured I'm probably missing. I like this tractor. It's a nice tractor. Poor Lewis. You're -5, Calvin. So Calvin doesn't have a minus. Does Calvin have a minus? Because if absolute zero is... No, it would be impossible to have a minus in Calvin, right? I'm gonna have to come back for a little bit up here. Yeah, that'd be one of those big things that get hundreds of papers written on it if you find something that's negative, Calvin. Oh, I got it all in! I got it all in! Whew, 99% full. Did not think I was going to do that. Ooh, you're God with a capital G. That's a statement. All right, Mac. You have a lot of fun too. Enjoy your snow. Oh, wait. Never mind. We're gonna go enjoy our snow right after our stream here, so. I don't know if I would say lucky. We're going on top of the mountain skiing? Yes, lucky. If you have to drive in it all week long, it's beautiful. Lucky? Still had fun, I was just tired. Sure, gladly send you some. Snow's come early this year and hard, so there's a good chance that Texas might get some snow this year. Maybe more than normal. The pattern holds true. You might in January get some good snow. Yeah, I didn't say snow next week, I said January. Imagine Texas having a white winter, or a white Christmas. Unfortunately, people would die. In fact, every snowstorm here, people die. It's just part of snowstorms. Every snowstorm kills someone. To be honest, I didn't expect to get a full trailer out of this field, let alone 2 full trailers. I'm sure we'll get 2. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Never realized that before. That milk carton on top spins around. Slowly spins. Oh, you guys actually had a white Christmas. Hmm. That's cool. Well, this year's looking promising for you guys. If the pattern goes anything like we're doing up here, snow has been hard and heavy this year. All the ski hills are opening up a couple of weeks ahead of schedule. I don't know what 87 is. Seems warm. Ah, went swimming. So yes, it must be warm then. Although, you know what? We had 1, 2, 3. No, we won't. This trailer won't be full. Still, we had over trailers. Stocking up on spuds. We had some. I wanted to save some to seed. I didn't know how many we would need to seed, so I saved too many spuds. But I wanted to save too many, see how many I needed to seed the field. Now I have a good idea how many to save next season when we harvest. It's actually surprising how close the snow gets to the equator. I don't think it'd be unreasonable to say that there could be a freak year where snow goes to southern Mexico. There could be a freak year that snow hits Belize. I mean, hundreds of people would die, but there could be a freak year that could happen because snow gets pretty close to the equator. It only needs a couple of degrees colder for snow to move a lot further south. Oh, before we forget. It can be hot in Belize. This time of year, not very. I'd say Belize is very similar to Texas weather. Just a little more humid, a little more hotter. Depends on what part of Texas. Imagine New Orleans, Texas. A little more humid along the ocean. New Orleans just a little more extreme. I'm happy with that. Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'm dumb. It's right next to Texas. Yeah. Northwest Texas is a completely different story than southeast Texas. Okay, that's all of our grass that we own. Let's clean this up, do our oil changes and pressure wash everything and park it somewhere. Right. Grab our pressure washer. Rinse this 410 8R off. Make it look nice and shiny again. Yeah, I would imagine. Rhode Island's pretty tiny. At least narrow, and it's still tiny. Tiny either way, it's tiny. Alright. So there's nothing to do on our farm, right? Or we do go back to contracts. Growing. Looks like we're good there. Needs plowing. We'll do that next time we harvest. Plow that field. Alright, let's just park this inside then. I know we have a contract or two going. So we'll work on those. Where am I parking this tractor? Right here beside this one. For now anyway. There we go. It's our contract. Yeah, I imagine half an hour would be very easy to do without stopping. That's a no-brainer. In my truck, I regularly do 2.5 hours without stopping. And then only because I legally have to, because I have to legally get out and make sure my load is secure. If I'm empty, I will drive many more hours. Sometimes like 4 or 5 hours without stopping. But I'm not empty that often. 15 hours. So theoretically, I could drive that without stopping on fuel. That'd be no problem. I can do 15 hours of driving with fuel, no issue. So theoretically, I could do that in one stop, or with no stops. Just drive right through. How's trucking going? Very tiring. Driving on black ice and compact snow all day long, all week long. Tiring. Very tiring. Still fun. Made some good videos. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the trucking videos. We've got some pickup videos thrown in here and there too. In fact, we're going to go shoot a pickup video right after this live stream, because I have a new camera and a new microphone to test out. Oh, yes. How many hours can you go without peeing? Well, if you built the toilet seat into the truck. If you go on the right diet, you can do it. I know, like the spy planes stories, those pilots went on a diet so they could fly non-stop for many, many, many hours like that. Yeah, so we bought another Osmo 3 that will replace the Sony cam we have. The roof cam is always shot at 1080p, while the other two cams are shooting at 4K, and now all three cameras will be 4K. Microphones, I'm a little concerned about the microphones. Will they take away the truck sound? That deep bassy truck sound you get from the other microphone. We're going to have to do some testing and see how we can resolve that, because I want me and Jess to be clearly audible without losing the deep bass audio from the big rig. Buy another microphone to put underneath the hood. Oh, it says it's snowing out. It's not snowing, but oh, there it is. Never mind. I see snowflakes. I don't think we should be harvesting during or cutting. It reduces. In fact, we should quickly gather this up just in case the snow. Yep, we could be in trouble here. You'd have to stop 8 times? No way, not a chance. You can drive longer than that without stopping. Twice. I could do it twice. Maybe once. Wow. Now there's truckers out there that could do it with 0 stops, but I'm not using a pee bottle. By law, 2.5 hours. It's mileage, actually. So it's legally it's mileage. So every 150 miles, you have to stop and check your load. So 150 miles. So how many miles would it be across Texas? And divide that by 150 miles. And then you know how many stops you would legally have to make to do load secure. Every 150 miles or every 240 kilometers. Free roadside Gatorade. So 900 miles divided by 150. Would be 950. Six times? 6? Yeah, 6 times. Well, Lewis got the answer as well. I thought you said that was a 15-hour drive. Maybe I'm sure you said 15 hours to go across Texas. Okay, well then how many miles is it east to west then? Let's compare potatoes with potatoes. Can't change what we're comparing it to. I mean, I guess you can because you obviously did it. $880, okay. That'd still be 6 segments, 5 point something segments, 5 point 5.9, 5.8, 5.9, somewhere in there, roughly. So that's still 6 segments. And of course, I'm sure the answer is different and depends on what part of Texas you're crossing. It's not a perfect square. The state is not a perfect square. My truck is speed limited to 65 miles per hour. Yeah, when we were in Texas, there was definitely some big rigs doing 80 miles per hour. In fact, some of the highways are speed limit at 80 miles per hour. Most of them are 75 miles per hour, but the speed limit on some highways are 80 miles per hour. Oh, there's a Highway 85. I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, so it's a toll highway. Makes sense. I hit one toll while we were in Texas. The toll was $1.75. And we got the bill last week on our credit card. It was over $7, $7.60 some cents. I'm like, well, the rental company is ripping us off a little on that one. Because the bill went to the rental company. But whatever. What am I gonna do? What toll was it? I can't remember. Right out of the airport there, Houston Airport. I can't remember which highway it was, but yeah, 125cc motorcycles make sense in North America if you're commuting inside of a city. Yeah, good point, Lewis. Good off-road dirt bikes and stuff. Yep. Yep. But they're not highway bikes. Yeah, you don't stop there. You just drive right through it, and then you get the bill on your Easy Pass or whatever the sticker is they had on the rental car. Whatever it's called in Texas. A lot of places are like that now. You don't stop for tolls. You just drive right through. I know Denver has tolls, and they just take a picture of your license plate and mail you the toll. But apparently if you're Canadian, you don't ever get that bill. So if you're Canadian, feel free to drive through Denver tolls. I certainly didn't get any bill for it. Oh yeah, we have toll roads. Not a lot of them, but we do. We used to have one toll highway in BC and a toll bridge. And the toll highway was an actual booth where you stop at. But the toll bridge was, they just take a photo of your license plate. In BC, a toll highway, the way they've done it in the past, only is toll until the highway is paid off. So they build a brand new highway. You have to pay tolls on the brand new highway. Once that brand new highway is paid off, you no longer pay tolls. They remove the toll booths. They build a brand new bridge. We have to pay tolls. Once the bridge is paid off, we stop paying tolls. Or we elect somebody else into the government and then get rid of the toll. That's what we did. Hey, this bridge is a toll bridge. Get new government. Hey, this is no longer a toll bridge. Now instead of the people using the bridge would have to pay it off, now every taxpayer has to pay it off. So honestly, I would have preferred the toll. Yeah, exactly. Not just Texas, but anywhere in the U.S. If it's a toll highway, it's going to be a toll highway for the rest of its existence. Yeah, Texas is very much like every other state. Texas school system likes to brainwash their people into thinking Texas is the biggest, greatest thing, but overall, in general, it's just another state like its neighbors. It's not much of a difference. I've never seen a towed entrance. I've never seen a tote entrance either. Yes, exactly. It's like last exit before toll. Traffic jam. Everybody's just bailing out. I'm not paying $1.75. In our case, over $7 for that $1.75. That is my only complaint I have from our car rental. Everything else was absolutely awesome with that car rental. We rented National and no problems at all. Super, super, super smooth. Highly, highly recommend National. They were not the cheapest rental company out there, but problem free. They also didn't have a big sticker on their car saying that it was a National rental car. I fit in with the rest of the Texans. Other than the car rental didn't have tinted windows when every other car in Texas had tinted windows. Other than that, I fit right in. I don't know, cars you buy in Texas just come with tinted windows from the factory or not, but Texans have tinted windows. Get more sun further south, so it kind of makes sense. Just like in Mexico and Belize, everybody has tinted windows. Just a thing. I'm not a fan of tinted windows myself either. Oh, hang on. You would too, James. 100% you would have a tinted visor. Because if I lived in Texas, there wouldn't be much need of a car. You can bike almost every day there. Unless there's a hurricane going on. Even if it's raining, it's not cold rain. Just put on heated gear and ride in the rain. Yes, also a clear one. Yes, that's true. Well, yeah, maybe not a tinted visor because we run helmets with visors, the double visors on the inside. All you need is the ability to move that visor down. Although I do find it on really bright days annoying, that inside visor. I would like it to come down further so you didn't have that bright line on the bottom. So a completely tinted visor would probably be a thing I would do. Just that look at what kind of riding I'll be doing. Won't be going in the dark. Kit running with tinted visor. I would just get 2 different helmets. I'm not swapping visors. But I bet you could design so that you could have that tinted visor that comes down go all the way down without having that bright line on the bottom. Yeah, tinted windows are actually quite dangerous in the dark. Visibility, especially in the US with nobody turning the bloody headlights on. I can see that causing extra accidents. That's true. If you just threw another visor in the backpack, it'd be easy enough to just swap it out. %50 tint? Well, what's 100%? Ooh, if you're, what's the definition of 100%? Because 100% is pure black, solid, and can't see through it. 50% is still insanely dark. I don't think percent is the right thing to use for tinted windows. Is it backwards? It's 100% is 100% clear. Okay, okay. So the amount of visibility you have, so 0% would be pitch black, couldn't see a thing. Okay. So note to anyone that lives in Texas, coming to Canada, your car would be illegal. You can't have tinted windows in Canada. Well, that's not true. You can't have certain windows tinted in Canada. Okay, yeah, I find that too dark. Like the back end of SUVs, like yeah, I find that too dark for me in the dark at night. So, Michael, I might agree with if that's 20 to 30%, I might agree with the 50% thing. I might be on your camp there. Okay, so like my semi sleeper windows are so dark that you cannot look inside of them. if you have the cab light on, you see a kind of a shadow outline. No, Michael, James is saying it's exactly the same here. 0 is no light, 100% is full light. I know nothing about tints, so I'm taking your and James's words on these. And you guys are both agreeing on that, so I would lean to saying that you are both correct. Yes, the front, the windshield and the driver and passenger windows, no tint. 100% all cars ever, period, for safety. I would agree with that. Rear passenger windows and rear window tint is quite a bit better. Even the rear window having tint is there good because you really don't need a rear view mirror when you have side mirrors and paying attention. The big rig doesn't have a rear view mirror and I seem to do fine. Now, I do think all car windows should have UV protection in it. I think most cars do, right? They have UV protection in it. I wonder how many Alberta cars get tickets in BC because of tinted windows. Downside to UV protection is it prevents GPS signals getting through it. So most cars have a little spot in the center of the bottom of the windshield, where there is no UV protection. So you can put your GPS up there. Although all the newer cars have GPS built in, so there's no reason for them to have that little gap in UV. just use the built-in one. Okay, that makes sense. Just like driver's licenses work in Canada. Actually, in North America. In the US, you have to get all these special certifications to run two trailers or hazardous materials or wide loads, or all of this is special certifications you have to get on your drivers. In BC, if you can drive a big rig, you can drive all of that stuff. So I don't need any certifications to drive anything. That's wrong. That's wrong. You need one certification. Air brakes. Air brakes is a separate certification. So far we're lucking out and the snow is not accumulating. We can get this grass baled. So 20% is the minimum, and you're only 3% above that legal minimum. Pushing it as close to the legal limit as possible. It's a good idea not to push it any closer than that, because if the measuring device of the cop isn't calibrated at 100%, you have that little bit of wiggle room. I'm not sure what the back window would be a legal limit. Front window is 0%. Wait, no. James was just talking about it. Alberta, you can have tinted windows, but here you is 0. I'm sure the US is the same way. Every state is slightly different. Let's see if we can wrap our bales before the snow accumulates. Maybe the snow won't accumulate at all. Maybe we'll get lucky. I just realized that intersection should have stop sign. It's a four-way stop, if I remember correctly. Where's Iron Thunder? I have an update for you. Why we have them. And why we have them what? So I'll probably stream another 25 minutes or so. Got lots of stuff to do. James, I never gave you an answer what time you should start streaming. I guess my answer is whenever you're ready, and we'll join when we are ready. I'll let you know when we're ready or when we're going to get ready to be ready. Yeah, but what do tinted windows do that sunglasses don't do? Tinted windows keep your car cool? Really? I don't know if that math computes. I guess it must, but you'd think the darker the window, the more heat gets absorbed into the car. What? Don't break it. Oh. It's up that you're recording. Huh? What? What? So hang on. I can use that microphone to do a live stream right now. Okay, let's test it out for the next live. See if we can get it going by the next live stream. Which button? Yeah, well, we'd have to test that. That'd be cool. Let's see. Jess has been reading the manual for our new microphones. Okay. Okay, so the windows get a lot hotter, but the heat inside the car, okay. I guess science. The external microphone thing seems dumb. Why would you do that? I'm stopping streaming in about 20 minutes. Hence why an actual greenhouse is important to have very clear windows, because you want the heat to be stuck inside. Yeah, I guess I'll give you your sciences on your side there. I did. Okay, yeah. Got it. So how does it connect to the computer? How would I find a plugin? How would you... Or is it Bluetooth? So just plug the center box into with a USB to a computer, and then it should be mic'd up to the computer, which means you could literally have the one mic and I have the other one, and both would come across here. Okay, that's worth it, at least trying to figure out and see what kind of audio quality it is. My new microphones might be cool. Might be a lot cooler than I thought they were. Yes, Michael, you win the argument. I concede defeat. Tinted windows do have an advantage to sunglasses. James, I was thinking your argument that the U.S. doesn't have a name or is a country. I know that what U.S. should name themselves as a country. Merca. I think it would suit the country well. And then you could officially make the U.S. a country. America's too close. Well, United States of America is good right now because it's an accurate definition of what it is. It's just a bunch of states that are united, not an actual country. So, yeah, the name fits correctly right now. So yeah, you're right, Michael. That's a good name for the existing United States that aren't a country. So yeah, I'm agreeing with you, Michael. No, have that off. I don't want low sounds to be filtered out because that will take the truck sound out. So turn that off. Good. You're making the microphone better. So the goal of the microphone is to cut out all background noise, right? And in our case, we want the background noise. Oh, you guys settled it. Behind my back, you settled it. I don't know about this. Backstabbers. That's why you had no viewers on your stream? Oh, that's why there was no debates on your stream, because James has settled it on Monday. I didn't know this. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Still backstabbers. Jess is doing so much with the microphone, testing everything, that the battery's going to be dead before we go out. Oh! That's why I could start and stop recording your microphone, but not mine. On what side of the screen you just push up on. Okay. Make sure you always keep microphone 1 on that side, microphone 2 on this side. That way left and right stay correct. And I wanted, if you can set it up so it's left and right for the first test. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to mess with gain. I would. No, actually I would. I would like to take yours and boost the gain a little bit. Uh-huh. Oh, you definitely are. You definitely backstabbers, because you guys won't even tell me what the answer was. How was this settled? Give me the answers, or else I have to choose to believe the worst. Well, we're never going to go over that many hours. It would copy over itself, yeah. I'll just have to watch the stream. Dang it. Some good marketing going on there. The United States are united into a country, but America is actually two continents. I could agree with that. Sucker. James, I don't have to go watch your stream now. So what continent is Central America on? Where is the cut line between North and South America? Is Central America all in North America? I always imagine it being the Panama Canal, but that doesn't make any sense because the Panama Canal is a lot newer of an invention than continents are. So I would imagine all of Panama would be in North America. Yeah, it would be in North America, all of Panama. No, I can say you could solve the problem behind my back, but not telling me about it is stabbing me in the back. If you solve something behind my back, you better go and let me know. James only settled with you? Only reason James settled with you was because he needed an ally in the War of Skittles. One of those, my enemy is your enemy. Or your enemy is my enemy. However that goes. Michael, you sound like you're getting over your flu, though. Poor Milo's still sick like crazy. So you're almost 100%. Cool. That's good to hear. Alright guys, I'm gonna call it a day here. We've got a bunch of stuff we have to do in the real world, so I mean we don't have to, but probably encouraged to do the adult thing and do things. Go buy a bunch of stuff and spend money. Snow shovel on top of the list. So I broke my snow shovel. I had to shovel my trailer with a tiny little square spade 3 times this last week. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. That's a top on my list. Stuff to buy. I don't know where I'm going to put it on the trailer. I don't know anywhere to... I'll have to figure once I buy it, I'll have to find a place to secure it on the trailer. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. Shorts, Lewis, Mike, Games. Anyone else? Mac joined. Thank you everybody for joining and commenting and sharing a little bit about your lives. Always enjoy hearing what you guys are up to. We're gonna go drive in some snow. Hopefully not too safe, but safe. Because being too safe is boring. So I don't want to have a boring ride. I would like to have a measured safe ride, a mitigated risk ride. Drive. We're not riding. We're not riding motorcycle in this snow. Anyway, yes, thank you guys so much. You guys all have a safe day. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys tonight on James's stream. We're playing Valheim. And then again tomorrow morning on No Man's Land. If all goes well. I'm out of here. Wow. Eventually I'll be out of here. Let's let it finish wrapping that particular bale. Alright. Save game. Bail out of game. Alright, I'm out of here. You guys rock.
This video is brought to you in part by the letter C and these YouTube members. Cookie starts with C. What other things start with C? Oh, who cares what other things? C is for cookie, and that's good enough for me. Thanks for watching. Nom 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 nom.